Good morning, students. So today we will discuss our next part of this chapter, that is data handling. In the previous part we have discussed about frequency distribution table. Now in this part we will discuss about these following topics. Number one, grouping of data and represent it in frequency distribution table. And second one is histogram. We will discuss these two topics in this video. So have a look on it. Okay, students. So let's start with our first topic, that is grouping of data. Now, in this topic, one question is given to you. The data are given to you, which is random, and you have to arrange the data into a certain intervals. That is, you can see here one example is given. You have to take the above data into this interval. Sorry, up to this interval. Means it is one of the hint given to you. Now, let's start with this question. The question is, the electricity bills of 25 houses of a certain locality for a month are given below. Here it is the data given to you, and it is, you can see that there is no pattern. It is randomly given to you. Now you have to arrange the data in increasing order first. Increasing order. It means that the data which has the least value will be written once, and then so on it will increase. And you have to form a frequency table using equal class interval, and this is the class interval which is one of the hint given to you. Now you can see the least data given here is, you can see here that 324, I think so, no, here it is 312. So the least data given here is 312. Now if I start the intervals from 300 to 400, so the least data is 312, and the maximum data which is given to me is, here you can see, I think so it is 780. Yes, it is 780. So my least data is 312 and my biggest data is 780. So I have to arrange these set of data into a certain class intervals in which there will be a lower limit and in which there will be an upper limit. Lower limit must be included, but the upper limit will not be included. Here it is also given here, where 400 is not included. Means the upper limit is not included, the lower limit is included. It means that between 300 to 400, interval between 300 to 400, the data starts from 300 to 399 will be sustained in this interval. So we have to arrange it accordingly. The next data will be 400 to 500, in which 400 will be included, 400 to 499 will be included. The next will be 500 to 600, in which 500 will be 500 to 599 will be included, 600 will be included in the next interval. I hope so you got what I am saying you, what I am telling you. So you can see from 300 to 400 how many data will be there. There are upper limit minus lower limit, it is 100. So 100 data will be there in this class interval between 300 to 400, and that is our class width. I hope that you have understood. Now let's solve this question. Now students, you can see that I have arranged it for you all the data in increasing order, starting from the least one, that is 312, to the highest one, that is 780. So once you confirm, once you arranged it in increasing order, you have to confirm it that the data are 25 or not. So just count it out: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. So my total data are here 25, and I have arranged it in increasing order. Now next is, I have to make a frequency distribution table in which I have to use a class interval which starts from 300 to 400 and ends up to how much? The last data is 780. So it's from 700 to 800, and in between them the intervals will be there. So let's start and prepare a frequency distribution table taking class intervals. So let's start the topic. Now students, we have drawn a frequency distribution table in which three columns I have mentioned. In the first column it is electricity bills, the second is tally marks, and the third one will be frequency. Now as I have directed that we have to use a class interval starts from 300 to 400, means the class width will be 100. So I have started 300 to 400, then 400 to 500, then 500 to 600. In the question it is also given that 400 will not be included. It means that in the next interval 500 will not be included. In the next interval 600 will not be included. But that 400 which is not included in the first interval, it will be included in the second interval. The 500 which is not included in the first interval, it will be included in the second interval. I hope that you got. So let's start. We have already arranged the data in increasing order, so we won't find difficult to write the tally marks as well as the frequency. So you can see between 300 to 399 how many data are there here. So it is 1 2 3 4 5 data are here. So I have to write 1 2 3 4 5 and I have to write it here 5. So I have arranged between 300 to 399. So I will erase it. Okay. Now let's start with the second interval. In the first interval 400 is not included. In the second it is included. So between 400 to 499 how many data are there? 1 2 3, only 3. So I have to write 1 2 3 and I will write it here 3 only. Now erasing it. Now in between 500 to 600 how many data? Sorry, in between 500 to 599 how many data are there? It is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I will write it here 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I will write it here 6. I will erase this. Now once again you can see that more data are there. So we will expand the frequency distribution. So here it will be 600 to 700. So in between 600 to 700, just calculate how many data are there. Sorry, in between 600 to 699, how many data are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4. So I will write it here 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will write it here 4. Now again I will erase. Now further my data left, so I will write the last interval, that is 700 to 800. Why it is last? As because the highest value of mine here is 780. So that is less than 800. So further intervals will not be included, only from 700 to 800 it is included. So how many data are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 data are here. I will erase it out and write it here 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you have to calculate whether you have written the actual, the right frequency table or not. In order to verify that, you have to add this frequency. You have to add this frequency. And the number of data which is given to me is 25. So you have to verify that whether the sum of this frequency becomes 25 or not. So you will write here total, and that is equals to how much? 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 6 14, 14 plus 4 becomes 18, and 18 plus 7 becomes 25. So this is my frequency distribution table. By grouping of data we have done it. I hope that you have understood this concept. Okay, so let's again start with our next topic. Our next topic was histogram. So what is histogram? That is nothing but representation of these data in graph paper, in which the rectangles which we will draw will not form will be not in space. It means that in bar graph, earlier what we have studied, that is bar graph. So in bar graph there are rectangular boxes which are having spaces between them. This is bar graph, which you have studied earlier. But in histogram, these rectangles don't have space between them. It will be drawn like this way. For example, so you can see that the graph don't have, all the rectangular boxes don't have the spaces between them, and this is called histogram. So let's draw the histogram of above table. In order to draw the histogram of above table, first of all we have to take x-axis and y-axis. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is the horizon. I have to show here this symbol. The meaning of this symbol is king. It means that here our interval starts from 300 to then 400, then 500, then 600, then 7, then 800. So you can see here from 300 to 400 only 100 intervals are there. From 400 to 500 only 100 class width is there. But from 0 to start with 300, the class width is 300, which is not regular. So in order to introduce this symbol king, it symbolizes that the intervals are regular here. We start from 300, but in between it is 0 to 100, 0 to 200, 0 to 100, 100 to 200, then 300, and so on. Means by introducing this symbol, that is king, it means that graph is continuous. So we will start 300, then we will write 400, then we will write 500, then 600, then 700. Sorry, my lines are short here. 700, then I will write 800. That's all. And the frequency here. Here it is the bills. You can write it here, electricity bill. So the x-axis represent electricity bill, and my y-axis will represent the frequency, and that starts from the lower limit is 3 and the upper limit is 7. Means the lower value is 3 and the upper value is 7. So you may easily write it down from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have written here the frequency, I have written here the electricity bill. Now let's draw the table. So from 300 to 400, how many values is there? 5. So I will draw a rectangular box up to 5. From 300 to 400, frequency is 5. Yes. From 300 to 400, my frequency is 5. Now let's start with the next one, that is from 400 to 500, my frequency is 3. So I will draw it here. Now next is from 500 to 600, it is 6. So I will draw it here. That is 6. And next one is from 600 to 700, it is 4. So I will draw it here. That is 4. And the last one is from 700 to 800, it is 7. So the last value of my depth, that is 7. So I have drawn the histogram of the required frequency data using the frequency as well as the class intervals. I hope that students, you will be able to solve chapter 21 data handling exercise 21B in your classwork copy. Stay safe and healthy at your home. Thank you.